Check this out. You know what it is. Quite a one big deal. D.L.E. Radio. I'm in here with Stunna, Dior. You know what it is. Hot tonight, man. This shit's crazy. That was the first joint I heard, and I was like, that shit hard.
It's the Spanish. It's the Spanish.
Yo, maybe it's because we like. I know you from Detroit, but you know, up there, it's this feel. It's a feel up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What they call it up top. Yeah. You know what it is. Quite a one big deal. D.L.E. Radio, the Weekend Bull-ish report. And man, that was... Yo, look, I just got to explain to y'all. When I first heard that joint right there, it's called Hot Tonight by Stunna Dior. This young lady, man. I want to tell you how I want to... Dior, it's a little rough tonight, man. I don't normally get nervous. I don't normally get nervous around young, beautiful women, right?
Palms is sweaty.
Yeah, hey, man, listen, beard dripping. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, yo.
Nah, but it's crazy because, like, I'm gonna express myself real quick. All right, the skin tone is popping. All right, I need y'all first because I don't know if y'all got the effect that I got when I first heard Hot Tonight. With that's like merengue or you know in the back and like who produced that?
Nah, the producer is actually a good friend of mine. Yeah, and like he worked with a lot of big names in there. But that was a joint that I had to cut for a minute, for a long time. Okay. And I was fortunate when DJ Sky High, when they were in New York and they were shooting Baddies, we had one night and literally we went from shooting a Baddies episode right to the studio. God. And I just flicked through a few beats. That was like the second one, and it was just a whole mood.
It would have did the same thing. I heard so much about you. I want to say shout out to my boy Scott Morris for one. I came through, hit me up and told me about this young lady. And the first thing I said was, yeah, come on, you know what? I need to tap in with her. Let me see what she got going on. And when I started looking up the information, young lady, you are absolutely fire. I love what you got going on right now. I love not even right now. I love the work you have put in. For one, fashionist, ambassador, stylist, model, which is your first, I want to say that's your first love, right?
Yeah. Look at you. You, first of all, you just got a bachelor's in Stunna Dior. You didn't graduate top of the class.
Well, once you become interested in good information, you look for more.
But it depends, because today I feel like it's such a saturated world where it's so much information at people's fingertips that the information is right in front of them, but they will just not see it. And it's like you said, especially for me coming from like career path to career path and stuff, a lot of people when they meet you, that's what they think. Yeah. And it's like, no, before I got here,
you had a path already. Just hustling. You know, I ain't want to even call you a vixen. I was trying to figure out how can I establish a different word for you. I know you did some extra work, but I know you've been in videos. I know you did the backup for like Megan Thee Stallion and French Montana video or just Lincoln. I know you get busy. So I want them to know that, right? Let's start off from Detroit. Let's start off with Detroit. Let's cover that in a quick way because I want to get to Africa. I want to get to Ghana. I want to get to Kumasi and Accra and stuff like that. I want to talk about these things. I want to talk about Mama Dior. You know what I mean? I want to get busy with you. So tell me about coming up, the young Dior.
Young Dior. Like you said, I was born in Detroit. People always ask me where I'm from, but for me, it's something that it's like I tell people everywhere, every time, because I've spent equal time periods of my life across the map, whether it be East Coast, West Coast. So I feel like each one of those individual places is home for me, first and foremost. So just as much as I love Detroit, just as much as I love New York, just as much as I love Africa, like they all have, I feel like a lot of significance and like who I've become. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, growing up in Detroit, that's where it started all. That's the mecca. That what people don't know is Detroit is like the mecca for like Black excellence, low key. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody come from the South. You got the Underground Railroad. You got Malcolm X. We grow up with like, you know, I don't go real fast, but we come up with seeing, you know, just Black people that are strong. Yeah. So I feel like people that know me, that's the basis of it. That's the basis of my parents. That's the basis of what I was bred off of. And then through living there, like entertainment, like, you know, that's Motor City. So I was able to grow up going to performing arts schools. I've always loved music. I've always loved music, even though it's one of my most recent career paths. Right. It's something that started in the beginning.
Well, you're a creator.
I'm a creator. Yeah.
And most artistic people can touch all kinds of different things. And I mean, I've watched you embody Africa. It was crazy. I said, yo, who is this chick? Yo, like I was like even, I don't know if you recognize it, but your tone, the lingo you was using, that you used when you was out in Ghana. I got peoples out there like, these are all homies from Accra and you know, Kumasi and such and such. But you was into
Tamale. North Ghana. It's North Ghana.
Right.
It's not the most. It's actually becoming one of the most popular new places. Right. But it's kind of like almost like a slept on place. But they have a lot of culture there. That's like where it's very traditional. At Accra and Kumasi is more like the city vibes. But when you go to the northern regions and you go to Mali and you go to Tamale and Bupe, you're going to get more cultural, deep-rooted, traditional areas. You're going to see that type of vibes. But, you know, there's definitely a music scene, and that's what I've been fortunate enough to go on this trip in this past year and kind of, like, get into that and, you know, finally tap into the music scene there. That I didn't know how, you know, how big it was until really now.
And apparently they took you on, like, but the way you, and this is why I was talking about the whole creative thing, because you can transform anything to be yours. I watched how you was saying things that I was like, nah, that's some that like my homies be saying that they from now out there, but you were saying it fluently, and I was like, gosh, damn. I know that you had a time when you say, you know what, I want to get out, I want to get out, and I want to do my own thing, and you left Arizona and hit the road, went out to New York, and got busy. At any point, did you feel like failure could like, was you afraid of that move? Like, what was that feeling like?
Oh, okay. So with moving to New York, it's crazy because all my life, that's the only place I ever kind of pictured going. And even before moving there, I never visited like before. I just kind of took that leap of faith. But, you know, I was one of those girls that love all the movies that have anything to do with New York. Since I was little, like I always told my parents, as soon as I'm of age, I'm moving out. I'm moving to New York. I'm going to follow my dreams. So everyone around me, I feel like, was kind of like prepped for it. Like, that's that girl's final decision, you know? And like I said, I grew up doing ballet, jazz, modern, playing violin. I grew up going to Marvin L. Winans school, you know. I went to DSA, that's the school Aaliyah went to. So I grew up with like really good instrumental roots around me, I guess. And, you know, just being a performer first and foremost before everything. That's why I said, even though it's a new path for me, it's something that come from my roots. And I feel like all of that just made it easy. Arizona was a transitioning phase because, you know, it was just a part of like, I guess, I was an outcast. Yeah. As outcast out there. Hey, yo. So, I'm walking Amazon. You know, everybody in Arizona about 5'2".
Yeah.
Like, you know.
What you like? What? 5?
I'm like 5'10", 5'9" and a half.
You think you that tall? You think so?
No, those are facts. I'm tall. I'm a walking Amazon.
I'm 6'1". I don't remember you being that high. Nah, you got a little length to you. You know, now that I got you in front of me, you have this aura of an artist that I've known before and I wanted to meet before, but it's not a female, it's a dude, and that would be Pac. Now I'm talking about him as not Tupac as we know, you know, Machiavelli Pac, not that Pac, spitting at cameras and shit Pac. I'm talking about Pac who was the actor, the Pac that was like when he hit interviews, you couldn't stop him from getting his point across. Mm-hmm. I see that in you.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy you said that, because one of my first ever management, when I first moved to New York, when we started working, I was doing a lot of modeling. And, you know, I remember our first meeting, we sat down near Times Square. This was like probably only been there 6 months. And he asked me, like, what are your dreams? What do you want to do? What are your goals? And I told him what my goals was, and it was pretty much everything that I'm doing now. I was like, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do fashion. I'm going to take over. I want to eventually get into this. And he was like, yo, I believe you. Like, I put my company on it. I bet my company on it. I believe you. You won't win. And from then he was like, you know, I would help him bring in other models, help him. And he would always be like, oh, this Tupac right here. He would always like, this the youngest in charge.
No, you got that. You got that energy. And I don't want nobody to get it confused. I'm not talking about the Tupac that was, you know, yo, not I'm talking about the young man who we see in interviews when he was, you know, in acting school and everything like that. Yeah, you got that type of energy, and it's so dope because you know, I've seen plenty of artists, man. I've interviewed a lot of artists, and you came complete packaged. I know the first love was modeling. I don't see how you wouldn't be able to do all of this because it's in your blood. What would you say to somebody that is similar to like what you're doing but can't figure out how to get out that box or get in, you know, in that writer's block and can't really?
Ooh, I feel like I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but it's really just really kind of being consistent. And when you staying true to yourself, you always find yourself on the right path. When I started doing music, it was like, you know, it was crazy because when I started doing music, I had already been in the modeling industry. I already been on billboards. I had already done like backstage, you know, blockbuster movies. I already done those things, and people used to be like, oh, you know, that's one of my favorite models. And all my homeboys, they knew I could rap because I was interviewing for This Is 50. I was around when Young M.A was doing her Jack Thriller. Like, I've been around the hip hop, you've been the roots from then. You look back, you're gonna see videos of me doing different skits with Cassidy, and you know, I've been involved in that culture. But I feel like it wasn't until COVID and meeting the right people while just being on my path would open the doors and said, this is the right. Everything is about timing. And for me, I loved music so much since I was a kid. I just didn't want to do it wrong. Like, I didn't want to go and make trash. Like, I rap for anybody, we can do a cypher, but I wasn't gonna go in the studio and lay down trash on the record or not sound of quality. So I always wanted to wait till I felt like I had the right people around me. And you know, through modeling and that leading me into celebrity styling and fashion design, and over COVID, it was everyone stopped. Well, everything was shut down. So music videos, that's the time when I really started going viral, and all of the music videos with Spice and Pop Smoke and everybody. All of that time was like, okay, nobody was touring, so everybody was in the city. Like, we making music, we making videos. Right. And everybody online seeing me on all these videos, and everybody also knew since I was 14. If you go on YouTube to this day, you gonna see videos of me like, oh, it's your girl Stunna to you, new music coming soon. But that's what, like, that's that main thing. That's one of the big motivations. I can go and look at myself saying new music coming soon when I was 14. It took me 10 years to make a first song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me 10 years to make a first song. Right. But I was saying new music coming soon. I had written songs. I've been writing. I knew people that did music, but the timing wasn't right for that. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have even stretched my grinding time out in the field. And, you know, if I wasn't, I did other things that I was good at that I felt like also opened up other doors and created other avenues for me. Modeling was like a big portion of that. I met so many musicians, producers, you know, and by the time that people seen me aligned with all of these celebrities, they like, well, you got songs coming with them? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, you know what, let me use that momentum. And I met someone, and they were building a studio. It was one of my good friends. I actually interviewed them. And like, they said that was their first song, and they was building like a state-of-the-art studio. And I went there, I helped them paint it. They was like, that is crazy. And they were like, none of my homeboys ever did me. It was a state-of-the-art studio. I said, you know why? I said, because in my years, if you just started doing music, this your first song, your performance was great, the song was great, and you taking 10, 15 bands and you put it in the studio, that tell me that you're serious about what you're doing. Because I know people that have been rapping for 30 years and you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing with it? And that same person turned around to be the same person that motivated me and was like, yo, you always in the studio rapping with us. You always helping with our stuff. Like, where's your music? And they took me to the studio, and this ain't no manager, A&R, nobody that even had power like that. But they took me to the studio. We spent like $1,800. We recorded a few songs at Platinum, at Quad. You know what I'm saying? And like those were some of my first opportunities to create music. So I felt like once those doors opened, I had heard my voice on the record. Like everything after that started flowing. Then I met the right managers. I met Morris and them right when I created my first song. And they met me because of modeling. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what will be the thing to take you to another thing. We were going to work on modeling, and I was like, listen, I heard y'all the people that when it comes to music. And I don't really know where to start. So when I met them, I was in that box of things, and I was like, they was like, what you want to do? I'm like, listen, I got a first song. Help me push that. Don't worry about my modeling. I'm already a successful model. I done already put we need to focus on the music. Once I focused on the music, the first song, and we toured it, it was nothing but love. I did my first show in Atlanta, actually. So I always love coming here. And, you know, it's really just the consistency and just making sure you're around the right people and that you stay true to yourself. Circle. When you're not following other people, following with other people, there's going to be so many doors and windows that open for you. You just got to be like ready to seize the opportunity.
No, you got to have a dope ass circle, and you got to be okay with having a small circle too. I found that smaller circles for me are better. It works for my network.
5 strong people, real people is better than 100 nobody.
For real. Now, from my understanding, you are the only child. Am I correct? All right. So no brothers, no sisters. I know you got peoples that you consider brothers and sisters. When you get to NYC, I haven't heard nothing about a boyfriend, a man, nothing like that. Where did that do that even come into play, or is Stunna Dior so focused that has no space?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely so focused. Not that it has no space, but I'm too focused to let it unfocus me, if that makes sense, you know. So definitely have had my fair share of relationships. I'm like, I date people that kind of, I feel like we can understand the lifestyle. So sometimes they're in some realm of the industry, but what's most important is protecting my privacy. And also, I don't want people to think, oh, she's on because of this person or that person, when I know how fucking
you work. Exactly. Like,
talk your shit. I'm not about to pull out with this rap. Like, I don't care. I've left. We could pull up in the club together. I didn't been in the club, but we're not doing this because I don't need you to take away all of the hard work and take away from my talent and take away from the things that I've been putting, you know, years of my practice in. And, you know, a lot of it is just like, I made promises to myself. I don't mind dating. I you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when I'm in that situation, it's just that it's not even it's the consistency of the other person. Like, are they okay with, like, in theory, I sound good. In theory, she's smart, she's cute, cool. But like the everyday of like not always being around, the added stress from my job that I might take at home. Like, I don't want to come home and cook. I'm not going front. I can cook, but I don't want to come home and cook after I done did shows and been in the studio for 8 hours and my voice is hers. Like, so, you know, I mean, I don't have that. Never been a thing of like, oh, you know. But I know that's if you're not ready, if a man is not ready to come and accept those things, then I don't want to entertain too much.
Well, you just need a better half. That's all.
Yeah.
And with anybody, you know. And I always tell people, you know, do what works for you in your relationship. So I can understand you having somebody that, but of course they have to understand what your job consists of.
Because what happens is I meet people, amazing men, and sometimes it's right man, wrong time, and I can meet a great man, and like we just don't never get to spend any time with each other. His schedule just doesn't meet up with mine, but when we do link, we have an amazing time every 3 months. But like, what does that even grow into? Like, how does that? So it's like, it takes for me like a partner that's going to sit there and be consistent with me. You know what I'm saying?
Basically he would have to adapt to your schedules, I
adapt to his too, but this is the thing. People, like, I feel like people don't always realize when you make changes to your schedule, because me and my off time, I'm chilling, I'm having fun. They don't know that I probably had to cancel 2 or 3 meetings to just to come and pull up on you and spend a little 2 hours with you and stuff like that. Like I'll make these changes. It's we gonna both meet each other 50-50, but it's got to be some type of consistency. Like, yo, I know what you setting up for. You know what I'm saying? I know what you building for, and I'm okay with that. And if I need to like spend more time traveling to come with you, or whatever I need to do to make myself more confident, I'm willing to do.
And to be there for that moment when you do got a second to yourself.
And I feel like it's vice versa. If I'm dating someone that's in the military and I'm still busy on the road, I might have to take time off to go pull up to their country. Like, it's a 2-way street, but just I'm in a lifestyle in the industry where the everyday person can't even understand that. You know, I'm around men all day long. I'm out till 4 a.m.
The arm around the shoulder, the hand on the waist.
Like, the pictures, like, so those are all red flags to me. If I start seeing a person and in the first like week that we talking, he's like, oh, your location, or I'm not turning on my location for you. Because it doesn't matter. Why would I turn my location on for you? First of all, I'm always somewhere new. So what is the location?
And what am I doing now? Like, are you clocking me now? Like, cause now I feel like you're policing me now.
Yeah, and you know I seen this picture, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be people that posted me. There's gonna be people that want me. Whatever the case is.
Have you ever had that? Like, had that at all to even be adjustable, and then it just didn't work?
Like, he didn't have the red flags?
Yeah, and it just, he didn't have the red flags, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, because he's probably was boring.
Well, damn. So, yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna go to break real quick. Like, all right? Listen, we gonna get into Royal Tings, all right? Royal Tings, man. Let's play that real quick. We gonna come back. I'm gonna kick it here with, Stunna Dior. We gonna talk about this boring thing, but we gonna get into more of her lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because I'm intrigued on other things that took place in this young lady's life. We'll be right back. Quite a one big deal. The Weekend Bullshit Report. That way. Oh yeah, Royal Tings. Listen. I'm just watching how Stunna move over here, right? Dior got a presence of, like, she just a roundaway girl, chill, real loungy, and just. But I just seen you start spitting, like, you just playing around, rapping, and that. I love it, yo. You don't understand, because I come from the era of rapper. And of course, you from up top. Well, you've been in the area. You from up
there long enough.
You know what's crazy? You say stuff that I say. Like, for instance, I can't just say I'm from Jersey, because I can't say Jersey City, East Orange, or North, because I've been living in all areas in Jersey. So when people ask me where I'm from in Jersey, it's hard for me.
Jersey too, because I was living out there for a minute.
See what I'm saying? But I straight up be like,
I was in my song talking, I'm a Jersey player. They like, girl, you lived here for 6 months. You gotta chill.
No, but it's not where you from. It's where you at.
Where you at. And I'm good everywhere.
And I see you respect that. I'm telling you, you understand. I really fuck with you.
I'm good wherever I'm at. I feel like every place is my home. I'm one of them places here. Like, I'm quick to be like, oh, okay, I'm going home. But it's like, that's not your home, girl. But here. Like, wherever I'm at is where I'm gonna make myself comfortable. I'm very much like, come in, kick off my shoes. I might even go in your refrigerator. Some people don't like that, but I'm gonna be like, I win. You ain't got no water.
Right. See, and the thing about it, nobody's gonna see with your energy is welcoming. You know what I mean? And you're like, I know you're an Aquarius. See, I'm a Gemini, so we kind of like Aquemini, like Andre and Big Boy.
Yeah. I love those Geminis.
Yeah.
I get them. People, they get a bad rep sometimes.
Man, let me tell you about what people do. Niggas don't understand. They don't understand when it comes to Geminis. We good peoples. We love good. Everything about us is straight.
But y'all just got 2 personalities.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what the 2 personality thing is. We normally good with you. The minute you start doing some shit and we can recognize it ahead of time, we switch up. Because you're not about to fuck us over with that. Right. So now it becomes a thing where it's like, oh, he two-faced. I'm not two-faced. I seen you was about to get on some bullshit, so I switched my mood. So now
you can't do that.
You can't do that to me.
See, that's why I say I love Geminis, because I don't really get issues with them, because we be peeping the BS together.
I got a whole bunch of Aquarius. Like I got a white. Yo, shout out to Double L. Yeah. That white boy right there. Cooler than the polar bear toenail. When I tell you that nigga, yo, that's my homie.
That country stuff.
Yes, and he's from Jersey. That's the crazy thing. New Brunswick. Who me? Yeah, I'm messing with Big Boy from Outkast. It's my favorite group. Yo, who's your favorite group, yo? Hip hop group. Anybody?
Jay-Z and Kanye.
Oh, word. Yeah. I know Hov is your people.
My favorite group. Like when they.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I ain't even really look at them as a group, man. But you know what? They did do that. They did
as producer.
They
rapper,
did 2 albums.
Producer, rapper, artist.
Yeah.
Artist.
Yeah.
Dynamic duo.
You got that. You can have that. Yeah. That's yours.
I like them. They're a power couple.
Yeah. I hate that they haven't done anything lately. But I know it's because of their.
But Jay-Z just went on stage and said Beyonce had the best album. Same thing that Kanye just said a little nicer. Yeah. But that's how you know that they still on the same page. It's still like, it's just that a lot of it be image politics. That's all.
It's politics.
And I didn't know that Jay-Z rock with Kanye work with Jay-Z, but Jay-Z wants to wear his suit. And he don't want to walk around with Kanye when he don't got his shoes on. Yeah. That's all. I feel like it's really that simple.
Yeah. Like, you absolutely correct.
Because I got a few homegirls that's mad cool, but like if they lace is not right, I just can't go outside with them.
Yeah. I mean, that's like how he was with Beans too. You know, that was him and Beans' issue. He was trying to tell Beans, like, yo, Beans,
you got to level up. It's the thing. It's like you try to pull people up with you. Or on your same frequency, because I have friends that's like, yo sis, we do 2 different things, but when we're together, because you're with me and I have a brand, we gotta move accordingly. And on the opposite ends, you don't gotta worry about me messing up your brand, because I'm gonna only bring improvement.
That's right. That's right. You know? And it got to be understood on both ends. If that's not your friend, I mean, if they don't understand that, that's not a friend of yours. You know what I mean? You got to understand that my brand is my brand, and you have to bring more positivity to it, or more worth to it, and not be an asset. You know what I mean? Or a liability is what I meant.
Right,
a liability. You know what I mean? But yeah, so okay. Boring. Talk to me. What is a boring relationship to you?
Just where there's no experiences really. That's all.
Okay, so
no type of mental like connection, and just like no experiences. I feel like if you're gonna try to build with someone longevity, like okay, because I do this lifestyle thing all day, that like when I'm dating, I like to do like really normal or really different things, like to exercise that other side. So I like to do like pods. I don't know if a lot of people know what pods are, but they're like these giant pods that are like filled with water, and they play like meditation waves or something like that. And then you go in it, but it's very salt, so you go in it and you like float, and they'll close the chamber.
Okay.
So you can get like a room, or you can get a pod and you can float in it, or like, you know, like I'm very much into like blindfolded sculpting date. Like, or I'm gonna just put my fitted on. We can go to the pool hall. Like, I just want to feel like we're just spending quality time together
in a versatile way.
Yeah, in a versatile way that it's not like, oh, it's always like this. Because I'm an Aquarius, which means that if you get too clingy, I'm gonna be like, yeah. And if you don't spend enough time, I'm not gonna say nothing, because I'm just not gonna care. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend no time either. Going about your business, it's like, so it's like I have to find ways to keep those things like special to me as well, and like also keep like your relationship like intimate, you know, and we want it to stay fresh, because you don't want to feel like you're getting tired of a person. So sometimes the quick fix of that is just experience the same person in a different place. You absolutely correct. Like you have to bring new things in, and be spontaneous as well. You start getting into the studio, you start doing this music thing, and you know, you start feeling like, okay, I can do this music thing, and now people are backing you up. How's that feeling? Like, what's the feeling coming behind that? Like imagine, like I said, I waited 10 years to finally
put your first song
music, but I have been freestyling on the internet. I've been in ciphers. I've been in everybody's studio. I've been in everybody's car, being annoying, rapping, telling, yo, I'm a rap. My name is not having no music. no SoundCloud. I had TikTok, a famous TikTok from when I was in high school. I mean, not TikTok, Twitter.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a little old for the TikTok, but the Twitter. I'm TikTok famous now, so I never thought
I see you get busy on there.
So now I'm new in that world, but back in the day I didn't know anything about that. So it's like, I was doing all of these things, but I was putting the music out. So imagine 10 years later when you finally record your first song. I had worked with certain producers, and we cultivated a vibe like, this is what we want Stunna to be. And like, it was, obviously on my thing, but I'm like, this is the direction I'm gonna go, because I was more, I would say like maybe like boom bap, because I just know how to rap. So like, I just know like writing bars, but transitioning that into a song that people can relate to are two different things, you know? So, going through that phase and transitioning to that, and I felt like everybody who knew me as a model and when I was outside, it was like, okay, this girl's an artist, and people really had a reason to support me, because I felt like I was supporting everybody else's brand, modeling for everybody's brand, working for everybody's company, being in everybody's video. But when I finally got to do my own, like, I dropped my first video, then I did my second video, then I did a 10-minute movie attached to it. Like, now I'm able to put on my own productions. Now I'm able to do things on my accord and express myself. And I feel like people, like, I didn't feel like shadow banned from the world. I feel like people were able to, like, see me for who I am, understand my music, understand more about my vibe. Because before I was more like a pretty face that like people just seen on the internet or in the back of video. They didn't know about my personality. Right. I'm really like one of the girls that's one of the guys. Yeah. But not one of the sisses that you gotta worry about. Yeah. Like, like a cool one. I don't like too much. Yeah. I want to be the only one to do that, but even
hell nah. Yeah, nah, I get it though. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, your whole aura, even when you first, listen, let me tell y'all something. She got out the car. First thing I said, okay, D. I said, all right, D. Oh, you know what I mean? And I just felt like, this the homie. You know what I mean? And that's the vibe you give off. And I was waiting to see if that was going, because, again, being that I'm into my raps, my hip hop, I studied Pop, Big, Nas, the Clan, I'm into all these people, and even now with Uzi and Nicki and Cardi and whomever else, I have to, because this is what I'm doing now behind the mic. Yeah. So I like to see, like,
I'm a studier too. I like all those behind the scenes, behind the music stories, and just hip hop history, all those TV shows. Like, I'm very much into that, and just I like to see like the mad scientist that creates the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I like to tell people, hey,
I fuck
don't
with
you, judge me.
Nah. I really fuck with it. Ain't no judging. It's because.
But it's about being myself. But I also, with the same thing of being myself, like, I have enough sense to also understand people's perception.
Yeah. It kind of sucked though.
Yeah, it sucks, because, but you could when people perception, how to burst their medulla.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just
put you in a box.
I was just explaining on another show how, the situation with Russell Wilson, where everybody's jumping on his ass right now because he said, I knew when I first met Ciara and her child that I was going to take care of this kid as a father, as my own, and people are just like, oh, you this and that, you a sucker, you blah blah blah. Yo, you know how many like that? So basically, what we saying is,
first of all, Future, like, let that man do them, and let those people do what's in their household. But now that they like been together, it's like, yo, that man is he's holding the household down. He's making sure that baby mama ain't stressing, so now she's not even bugging you.
Well, like, and I look at it like
she's happy. At least she's with one man and out there roaming the streets.
Come on, talk to me about
like,
it.
It's crazy.
And not only that, but you have another man that stepped up and said, yo, and which he don't need to, but he a good dude. Yes, they could call him corny as he want.
But that's the issue. That's all it is.
That's really what it
corny,
is.
But he's not corny. He's handsome, and Ciara told him how to dress. Some niggas just need a new outfit.
That's, you see. So honestly, at the end of the day, people's perspective don't really matter to me sometimes. And I try to tell people, I'm gonna just do what I do. You know. It's up to you. You can click the unfollow, or you can not watch. You can not listen. But I'm gonna do what I do here, So even when I was like really heavy in like I'd be in that studio all the damn time, writing music, putting it out. The feeling, and I know you know this feeling, when you actually putting like you recording, and you can see through the glass, and everybody on the opposite of the glass is rocking to this you doing, and you're like that feeling, like it's no other feeling, like like other people just going crazy over you recording.
Yeah, and that's how I feel every time I get on stage, like whether it's a big crowd or a small crowd. Like I genuinely love to perform. I don't know, me as a person is cool, but and when the cameras come on and it's time to like perform and the magic, like that's when I really really love it, when the music come on and like I'm entertaining people, and especially when people who, like we talked about earlier, when people have a certain perception of you, and they done seen you in a room, come in, cameras, and they like, who is this person? They don't know what to get, and then like you see their face change to like, oh, I'm feeling this.
Yeah,
like it's like
that's the dopest thing ever. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I get it. I did that being an artist, and did it doing the radio thing.
And that's how I felt performing in Africa, because there is like, I'm performing in front of people who don't even speak the same languages. You know what I'm saying? And like half of the shows that I was doing, I might be one of the only rappers that's rapping in English. That's on the. We got a visitor.
Yeah, we got the mascot Bella just stepped in the room. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do anyway, because I wanted to go to commercial, because I want to talk to you about this Ghana trip you went on. I want to have I want to see if we can dig a little about that trip and get something as like what you got from Ghana that a lot of us can only imagine, because
like when I became princess,
not just that, because see, a lot of us haven't been over the Africa period, right? But I got a homegirl that went to Africa not too long ago, and while she was there, she was just like, you just see videos and everything.
Black
she's
empowerment.
Like, yo, because the
whole lifestyle is different.
On, when I was younger,
Feed the Children commercial.
Come on, talk to me about it. Like it's it's like
you know why that is? Because listen, we the power, and you know what I'm talking about when I say we.
Exactly.
We're the power of this country, and we are the battery and the generator of this country, right? Creatively and like physical, right? And that's the same for other immigrants as well. Backbone of the country. When I feel like if they show the true magic of these other continents and how you could really live with one tax paycheck, like, and then everybody would be leaving. Remember back in the day, used to be like, oh, go back home, go back where you belong. But like, home's not that bad.
It's not bad. What you talking?
Actually, kind of nice. Like, and that's the main thing about it. Just going there and then get to see people that look like you. And see the way of life. Like I live great when we're over there. You know, it's even just for a regular middle class. It's a high percentage of poverty. But the whole thing is the mentality of like each one teach one, and everybody taking care of another. The way they move in the streets is like the children are protected. They're not doing certain crimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like certain ways that the mannerisms of how the people are taught. They're not rude and disrespectful to each other. It's respect, it's help your neighbor, it's have someone to lean upon, and that's like the biggest thing. And then it's always a way to like, it's always a hustle. Like when you go to there, you see that everybody is an entrepreneur. So like here, being an entrepreneur is special. There, an entrepreneur is whether you selling water, you selling whatever. Everybody's an entrepreneur. They own their own stand.
Now I know you've been in plenty of different places. And when it comes to the States, I gotta ask. How much time have you spent in Atlanta?
A lot. Yeah.
Do you see the difference in the entrepreneurship from Atlanta and everywhere else?
Yeah, this Black Hollywood, and this is another Black excellence place.
Because see, I try to explain to people a lot of times, like being from up north, you don't hear about, hey, you can own a radio station. Yeah. You can own a house this way, blah, blah, blah. You can own, like, it. Well, yeah, we hear about,
but they don't tell you how easy it is and ways that we can capitalize off of it.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing with Africa. They don't let you know how easy it is to buy a home and that you can build your own home from scratch and your own furniture from scratch for, just a fraction of what you would pay here, and you'll be having, heated pools, and you'll have a maid to come and clean the house and to iron your sheets. Like, they don't tell you that that's very well within the budget. It's not so unachievable. Here you're gonna be working for that man for so long before you even get a chance to get your own piece of something, and when you do get your own piece of something, it's really still their piece of something. It's not even for us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of things aren't always, it's not set up for us to win.
It ain't.
And when you go home, you able to see, like, look, it's a lot of millionaires. It's a lot of, you go to the club, Rolls Royces, like the clubs are state of the art. Like, you feel like you in Vegas when you in Africa attending a lot of the clubs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't get to see it. Brunches by the ocean side, and they got music playing. Like, it's a vibe. That's dope. It's really vibe.
I gotta ask, when it comes to music, right? If you had the chance to curate your own concert, who would be the artist? Give me six artists that you would put on stage.
I'm just about to go big or go home, because at this point I'm a grandma. And I feel like I would choose like one Afrobeats artist, so it could be like, obviously like Burna Boy or Black Sharif or something like that.
Okay.
They put on good shows. And then I would put like Lady Gaga or Sia, like Sia with Tings, because I've been to their concerts and those are two amazing performances.
Wow.
And you gotta like the Queen Bee. Why would you have her? Like, you see what she sells out and does. And then honestly, I would probably bring Britney Spears on there too.
Okay. So
with Kanye.
Now here, Peep. So Peep Game, what I just heard from you is, at the end of the day, is the revenue is going to be pretty heavy.
There would be nothing seen like that.
Exactly. That is a concert of nothing but heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And you definitely,
and
like,
guess what? That concert, even if they just did a few of their greatest hits, they wouldn't even have to perform for hours.
Yeah.
It would still be a mega,
still be fire
concert with everyone with their own sets. The set development would be crazy.
Give me. Because one thing I noticed with a lot of artists, when I ask them who's like, give me, well,
because we're gonna say the OGs.
No, not even that.
I don't know what these younger artists got going on. They're not that good at performing. I know like Uzi.
Yeah,
he's a good performer. I love to see him dance and stuff and climb from things. Like, I even like Cardi B's shows. Cardi, she's been giving some good shows lately, and like, she have her dancers. She dances with the crowd. Her DJ turns her up. I'm a concert buff, so I've been to see a lot of big shows, the Ushers and Miguel's and things.
You've learned a lot being behind the scenes. I feel like you got the cheat code, and I say that.
I got the cheat code because, like, where?
Nah. I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
I'm keeping the secrets for myself.
Yeah, and not that you're keeping it to yourself.
From myself.
But well, probably I don't know. Here's my thing, because I feel like, once you start, like, I want to see a stage performance and stuff like that, to where, because I feel like seeing that would justify how dope you are. Like, I can tell, like, you've taken bits and pieces from the things you have seen being behind the scenes, and you have created such a damn monster in your career. Like, I don't think people understand, like, the things you have done, from the movies to your own TV. Like, you have your own
TV network.
Yeah, like, who does this type of, you know what I mean? As an artist, somebody trying to
with no major budget and no major push. Just off
you have a vision, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, you can piece together some things. So give me 5 female artists that you would love to work with.
See, the thing y'all gonna notice when it comes to me choosing, I'm always choosing off the consistency.
I got you.
So I'm a fan of a lot of female rappers that's got some hard songs and they got lyrical presence, but I just be wanting to see more presence from them in terms of like what you were just talking to, like creativity. Stuff, yeah. So if I have 5 females, I feel like I want to work with Glow. Her energy is tough. Like I love her vibe. Yeah. Like she just seems like she has a good personality.
Right.
I don't know if the girls will both hate me, but I would love to work with both Cardi and Nicki. Like maybe we can both figure it out.
Yeah, I think that would be dope.
But I would love to do a Spanish song with Cardi. Like her rapping and like doing the Spanish thing.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Tough.
Like
I fuck with that.
And I would love with Nicki. I would love to do one of her like crossover starships, whatever, like that. Her, like that type of super bass, massive. Was she still rapping and doing, but like that fun?
I know what you're talking about.
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
Those are things that I really see myself doing. I like light skin Keisha. She saw it too.
I fuck with you.
And I love Cash Style because I'm born in Detroit, so she's a big stepper.
Every time I hear you talk, every interview, anything you have ever said, you always bigged her up.
Oh wait, but I can't forget about Lotto.
Oh, Lotto, I got you. No, Lotto been stepping it up.
She's been stepping it up. Yeah, like I like she has a whole different type of vibe.
Yes, she do. Music. She do. Yeah. She honestly, I can't even say she nobody's in her lane right now. She got her lane. Glow definitely got her lane. Yeah. Of course, I know Cardi say it ASAP. Like she's not writing, other people writing, but the way
but the way she does it and what it is about the imaging and the brand. The creativity, her looks. Like if we could do a song and like share her stylist.
Yeah. Yeah, the girl fire, man. She fire.
Offset writing it?
Nah.
Why would he be at the house and not write it?
I don't know. I think he probably helped her a few times, but I was thinking
not be rapping in the house and not helping.
I was thinking the same thing. I would think the same thing.
What are you doing?
But I think it's
your talents to yourself.
I think it's what's the boy
Party
Fontaine. Fontaine. Yeah, I think that's the one that's doing it, and he doing a good job. But that's the other thing. If she switches up to another writer, we might look at it and be like, okay, well, I don't know what's this about. You switching your flow up or something. And he's helping her.
That's why I can't get jiggy with the writers. Like, I wanted to write, but just like finding a writer that could write true to you.
Yeah.
And somebody that could like not, because people will be like, oh, this is the image that they need you.
Yeah.
Like, no, I remember when I first started doing music, because like I said, I was fiending to just have good music that, I sat down with everyone. I sat down with producers. I sat down with writers. I was like, let me see what you got. I did some experimental. None of them songs seen the day of light because I just took the time like, I know how to rap. I already know how to rap. So if I'm working with a writer, it's so we can create maybe a catchy hook, so create some type of new vibe or something. By the time you write me something, it's not true, it's not saying well, like I don't say that this is not what I stand for, this is not how I move. Like I don't feel like the fans can receive it that way neither. You know what I'm saying? And I just really had focused on my pen, like to the point where I'm like, all right, now I'm rapping, now I'm doing this tempo. Now you can give me any type of beat and I'm gonna do something to it, whether I have to sing or whatever. And I feel like that's what working on your pen is, not just working on your one same flow, like opening your horizons and like pushing yourself as an artist. That's really important to me. Every time I go to the studio, it's like I'm always challenging myself to either like try to record it faster, write it faster, like get the song done, do a better mix. Like I'm always just like, what can I do to make this better, or can I make myself a better MC or a better singer or however.
I like that. I like it. I love that because you don't hear that much. I gotta ask, right? And then I want to talk to you about what we just played as far as royalties.
I should have gave you one of those Afrobeat traps I was promoting in Africa.
No, stop playing. You did something with that. Yo, see, you are very versatile, as you say you would like your relationships. Now, but all right. So let me ask you a question, right? 2000s, year 2000. The year is 2000. We back in the year 2000 right now. You got Flip Mode, Rough Riders, Rockefeller, Def Squad. Def Squad, right? Now, I'm only giving you these because I'm trying to figure out in which group would you put yourself in. You know how all of them had, Def Squad had, Flip Mode had Rod Digger. Def Squad had my homegirl Lux, Lady Lux, Rockefeller, of course, Emil, and I think I said Rough Riders, Eve.
Yeah.
Where would you?
I feel like between Flip Mode and Rock and Rockefeller, because The Rock is just like, y'all know me, I'm a bossy girl, you know, I'm all about that. So I feel like that environment of that would like enhance. I would have like what we're wearing our big fur mix, like that whole black and white gray area. Like I love that aesthetic, and I feel like I could have just fit in so well. And also because of the bubbly personality and the other need to create, I would say Flip Mode, because I feel like I would get to see a fun side of the artistry.
Yeah. You know it. You know it. Buster would have been behind. Not would have, and still possibly can, because I can see like even like how Missy and you know just being creative and different things going on in the backgrounds and just you know fucking with flows and shit.
Buster too, because about 2 nights ago I just went to his son's birthday party.
Okay.
And you know he had Scarlett, Lola Brooke was there, Ding Dong, Bus performing. It was a very dope experience.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to break. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Royal Tings. And I want to talk about that trap joint you was just talking about, the trap Afrobeat thing. Afrobeat. And then we gonna get you up out of here. I get nosy, and I apologize. I get nosy. I be wanting to know everything, right? So we'll end up being here for almost 3 hours if I continue to talk. But you've been out here moving, and I want to get you out of here. So let's go to a break, come back, and we're going to talk for a little bit, and I'm going to get her up out of here. All right? It's quite a one big deal. The Week in Bill Report. Yeah, man. Listen, that was too hot. Look, I wanna, cause I'll run my mouth all day long here, all day long. I want to make sure that we push the envelope on Royal Tings, and I know you just told me about this fire ass trap Afrobeat joint you got. I want to talk about these things real, run that down. I'm gonna send this over to Kim real quick so he could get this for me. I need you to tell me what's going on with this run you got going on.
Yeah, so I was just in Ghana. I came back for 1 month in October, and I went back down there for a few months. Okay. And I was like, I was so inspired by just the Afro beats and everything, and this one is actually a R&B Afrobeat fusion, and this is my first time singing on a record featuring
you singing
Trev Moolah, fully singing, featuring Trev Moolah from Royal Tings on this one as well. And I shot the video in Ghana too, so it's gonna be coming very soon. It's called Need Me.
As we get back to the relationships for a moment, what is Need Me about?
How he need me.
How he need you. please dive into this. I like to know, because
I feel like when I started singing and also writing, and that different pocket is like where I'm getting a little bit more vulnerable about my relationships, and just like kind of digging into that. They always be like, they always want me to get into super girly, like soft girl essence. Is this mine?
Nah.
Soft girl essence, like bag or whatever. So I'm like, it's very hard because I just don't be thinking about men like at the top of my mind. Like,
right.
Did he text me back? So like those are like the last things I'm thinking. So it's always very hard for me to get into that soft girl essence. Right. And they were like, what speaks to you when you think about that? And I feel like when I write, these Afro beats and this Afro R&B fusion music, it's more coming from a perspective of a girl like me, where you might be just focused, or you might be in a realm of like where you was there for a person, and it's just some things that you need, like you certain on what you want. And I feel like that's kind of the angle of that. Need Me is about just like being a woman, and like even though he don't want to leave you, like he might want to leave, he still needs you. Or even if you break up, he still might need you. Like, and even if you're going through these things, it's just this reminder of like what's going on, but how still having my bossy,
understood,
and that's the vibe that I've been on. That's international Stunna.
Wait, I fuck with that. I like it. Yo, you are touching things that, and I think the dopest thing about that is you didn't just do what most people here in the States do, which is just jump on a wave. You was out there. You got to feel what was going on out there. You was able to actually be like, so when you recorded that track, You Need Me, or Need Me is the name of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you was recording that, what was the vibe in that studio? Like explain that vibe to me.
I ain't even gonna lie. When we pulled the beat up, mm-hmm. like I said, this is like my first time getting a singing pocket. So I'm just doing my vocal warm ups. He turned a little tune on. I hit the when I heard, I remember just getting excited. Like, wait, I can do this? Yeah. And I think I did that right after like rapping some songs. So I come from doing like a whole other vibe. Mm-hmm. And, actually, no, I just flew back. So I was eager to get back in the studio. And I was like, yeah, I just want to do Afrobeats. Like, I need something to push on the radio. Yeah. And that was the first one that came out, and actually recorded so fast that when Trev walked in the studio, he's getting ready to go to a thing. I'm like, yo, Trev, like, you hear this? He's like, yo, this is hard. Like, you sing it like this. I'm like, go get on there. He put a little verse on there, and we never even finished the song. Like, we just loved the way that it was. That just it was like we're not going to overkill,
It didn't need to.
Yeah.
You got straight to the point. He came in, did his part, and it's subtle, just like that. That's how it should be. My thing about music, man, that on the spot thing, that when for me, I like to be in the studio and making a beat and actually writing right then and there. It's just the whole vibe of the studio room, and just being able to get into a pocket and just experiencing things and learning things that you never knew you could do. You know what I mean? I think that is so dope.
And that's why it's so important to know what your engineers are doing. Because you can't always get the same sound in anywhere unless you kind of understand what's happening a little bit.
Some engineers is fire. Some engineers...
It's not.
Yeah.
And it's not you. It's just the engineer.
True talk. That's why when I heard that, I was like, oh, the engineers popping too. Like... Because a lot of times you'll just get a beat and it's just beat. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a beat maker. I ain't no producer. Mm-hmm. I can't engineer nothing. I know how to record you and everything, but when it comes to like, it was things he was doing in the track, to the track and to y'all vocals, that the way he arranged it, you gotta be a perfectionist and to be able to sit there and listen to it over and over and make those different arrangements for a song to come out like that. I think that's dope.
And that's how I am in the studio. I'm very hands on. Like, right. I'm in there, like, I'm looking at the track layout. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, this tight, all right?
Yeah.
Choose hitting, okay? Shout out to Yan. He does a lot of my music or the hip hop and stuff. So like, we have that relationship where I think he's able to understand me as a musician. Yeah. So we able to grow together because he's been working with me for a minute. So I could be experimental and not be rushed and be able to like try new things. Okay. And especially when you work with an engineer, they can sing, they understand music and stuff. Don't come in there just being a robot. Yeah, man. Like, I need to know what's going on. Yeah. If you know me, he's going to be like, you could do it better.
Yeah.
And me, it doesn't matter because nobody got to tell me that. I'm going to still try to do it better anyways.
That's what's up. All right, so look, because I want to get you out of here. I know you had a long day, flight and everything. Mm-hmm. What do you have going on while you're here in Atlanta?
We doing press run on. Press. Mm. Yeah, we doing press. I'm here for a few days. We have to go to North Carolina to do a show.
Okay, what part?
And then,
where we going? Raleigh. Shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina, man. And my people's out there.
I used to have a North Carolina phone number too.
Yeah,
ironically.
Yeah, me too. I used to. I forgot what it was, but I used to go to Shaw University for a quick minute. Got kicked out though.
Yeah, me the same here.
Word, sure.
Yeah, I was in school. I got kicked out, but
come
that's
on.
Another sir. Yes. That's another day, and then definitely getting ready to go to South by Southwest.
Go ahead, yeah. So, I know. Scott got a lot going on with that too. Yeah,
last year was my first South by Southwest. I did like 15 shows.
Damn.
So that was my first year doing 15 shows. I'm excited. The calendar is already looking like I have about that many now. So I'm excited for this time, and then I'm closing on a tour right now, so we can start the Royal Family Tour with Stunna Dior, and I got some special guests on there, so I'm excited because I will be going around Rhode Island and Boston and Connecticut and Delaware's and stuff. But that'll be my first official tour where I'm not joining other people. They're gonna join me.
Right. They join your tour.
I'm excited for that. Also the Hip Hop Film Festival is coming up, and I've been acting. I got a lead role in a series called Ooch Life. I actually have one of the main roles. I play a character called Sierra. She's a hustler. She's super fly. Okay. And they're going to be doing a showing in the next few weeks at the Hip Hop Film Festival. So I'm excited to debut those things as well. Nice. And like I said, I got another single that's coming out. Royal Tings is out right now on all platforms. But I'm about to drop Stop Playing. That's my on the radar freestyle that a lot of people have been seeing me run up the clubs. It's finally coming out. And we distributing with Empire. So I'm excited. It'll be out this week on pre-save. Yeah.
Y'all heard what she said, man. Listen, I want to congratulate you and wish you more blessings and more life. I know your birthday just came up not too long ago, so happy belated.
Where's the shots?
Look, we had water shots, but you know, I'm a lightweight. So
that's why it's perfect. I'm gonna get you drunk.
Yeah, see, nah, you can't have that. You can't have that, yo, because y'all, I would have been here. This conversation would have been totally different.
Drive the boat. Okay?
Right. This conversation would have been totally different.
He said after dark.
Nah, but like, yo, you're a highly attractive woman. You got age on you where it shows that you are energetic, you creative. You've been in the game for a minute, so you're not slow to what's going on out here.
I can't stand slow people. I mean, sometimes it really works because a lot of times they do really just want like a guinea pig, and you know, so that works. But when you're trying to build something big, it's like, come on, you can't just go.
You gotta get to it, and that's my other thing. You not just anytime somebody throws something at you, you can't just take it.
It's not all good.
It's not all. It's not all good.
Money or opportunities ain't good opportunities.
It ain't. You know what? What you just said was the dopest thing. I try to tell people that all the time, and I don't think people get it because a lot of people are chasing right now. You got a lot of clout chasers. You got a lot of chasers. Period. And I get it. We all want something, right? We all want to be a part of something. Or we all want to be. We don't want to struggle.
Right.
People don't want to struggle,
but,
so they out here.
People want to take what they see as easy for you. They think that if they go about it the same way, it's gonna be easier. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody got their own plan.
Yeah.
I don't know how certain things has happened and fallen into place. I couldn't even imagine. But the only thing that I do know is that I've been consistent. That I get my ass up.
And you have.
You know, and I get up every day regardless of what's going on in life. And I continue to work towards the goal until I reach that goal. You know, at the end of the day, I don't ever want things to do that I did to be in vain. So it has to be for the bigger picture at the end. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody around me to win.
That's
and and it shows because everybody around me is we all gonna do something positive. We all you know, super talented. Like shout out to everyone that supports me, come out with me consistently. I got friends and I got people that really drive. They drive, you know, 2 hours, 3-4 times a week to come to my shows, to come out to events, to make sure that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Not even to just jump in the camera. Like I really have people that come to make sure I'm good and to really just support me and part of my journey. People that I got friends that fly across to Africa to come, you know. So, you know, I'm very fortunate. Like you said, I'm an only child, but I've been in this industry for a minute. So I built my family and I got a lot of brothers and sisters.
That's
and
how
I'm good to be able to go and touch down and receive love. And I think that's why I'm able to put out so much love, you know what I'm saying? Be blessed. So
well, you are blessed, and I just want to send you more blessings. I know you got a lot coming up. I know you got a lot that's gonna happen for you. I see it. I could tell you're not just a regular artist sitting in front of me. I know you somebody different. You know what I mean? Give me this, and I'm gonna let you go. There's an 18-year-old standing in front of you, and her name is Dior. What do you tell her?
Oh, I couldn't tell 18-year-old Dior nothing, bro. You know, 18 Dior, you can't tell nothing, bro. She already knew everything that was gonna happen. Like at 18, I was already living in New York. I was already starting to do Love and Hip Hop. I was probably just getting kicked out of school. And you know, I was like super ambitious and I had no excuses. I was like, yo, my only option is to succeed, because if I fail, I gotta go back to Arizona. And I didn't want to go back to Arizona.
What did he say? I just didn't want to go back to Arizona, Martin.
Yeah,
sorry, Martin.
You know what I'm saying? That was the move. So I didn't want to go back to Arizona. So it's foot on next season, and it's been foot on next season ever since I got a point to prove to myself. I've sacrificed being away from so much family, and I just remind myself that every day that I wake up, like, yo, you here for a purpose. You moved to New York to do XYZ. You already, like, maybe a lot of things didn't happen in the timing that I want, but we can't not count the blessings. And just because, you know, sure, I mean, I have like $1 million or whatever, I'm fortunate to be in stuff that has billions of views. I'm fortunate to be a part of platinum selling projects, and I'm fortunate to be able to get on a plane sometimes and be able to click a movie and see myself, you know, be in the background. And so I'm happy. I'm still following my dreams every day, and you know, every day is a new opportunity to win. Yeah.
Well, I got you in there, man, and I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me. I know you had a busy day.
I'm tired. I'm up 36 hours that I don't even think I could sleep no more. My eyes ain't
you're going to get you some rest, because the last thing we need is that jet lag kicking your behind. I know that's a rough one, but I so hope that this ain't my first and last time seeing you. I'm going to be definitely checking for you. I think your music definitely got more than what we are talking about as far as its potential. So I'm here for it. Shout out to the homie Scott Morris, man. If y'all don't know that young man, I need y'all to go on Instagram and follow that man. He's been helping a lot of artists. All right, Scott has been out here doing this damn thing. I ran into them about 2 years ago out here. Hey, shout out to my homie Nathaniel online. I was about to say Nathaniel the Great. That's my homie too. But these two young men have been running through the city, and not just here, other places: Chicago, New York, L.A., Florida, Texas, and they've been putting it on, trying to help artists out in a good way. And I know when they out here working, and I'm in the same building they in, I know I'm in the right place. So shout out to Scott Morris, go follow him. But I need everybody to go follow Stunna Dior. This beautiful young woman here is fire. What I want y'all to do, matter of fact, Dior, if you can, shout out give them all your handles, all that information, so they can, catch up on what's going on.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all for having me. It's your girl Stunna Dior, the biggest stunner, aka the Dacomba Princess, North Ghana. What's up? You can follow me on Instagram at the real Stunna Dior, THEREAL. Stunna, STUNNA, Dior, DIOR. And you can go and stream my music on all platforms, YouTube, Stunna Dior TV. And you know what I'm gonna say? If you don't know who I am, you better do your Googles, baby.
Just like that, yo. Listen, it's quite a one big deal. D.L.E. Radio, the Weekend Bullshit Report. You know what it is. When we have artists up here, we try to make sure we get as much information out of them so that you can go and find ways to relate to them and understand this is more than music. This young lady here has been putting in work for a long time, and maybe more work than she was supposed to put in, but it all came to a head right now to where she's able to do what she wants when it comes to the music. And she's more than likely gonna jump back into her modeling thing or whatever. But if you have never, I need y'all to go follow. If you ain't got nothing else you can do, if you don't know about Googling her, go to YouTube. You'll find all kinds of ish about her. All right, the young lady gets busy, and her mama get busy too, cause mama out here getting busy, bruh. She does her thing. Shout out to Mama Dior too. All right, so we're gonna get up out of here. Quite a one big deal. D.L.E. Radio, the Weekend Bullshit Report. That way, we out of here.
it's not gonna work with that kind of transaction completed.
D.L.E, what up?
If you knew how hard it is to live without
D.L.E. Radio.